Hello, everyone. If you're just joining us, we're currently monitoring a vehicle, a white pickup truck. Looks like a tradie truck with ladders and tools and stuff in the back. Clearly, something is going on here. The police are after this person. We don't know what they've done. Obviously, they are driving a little erratically, but nothing. I've certainly seen a lot worse, and they are just going in to stop for some get. No, it looks like they've changed their mind. That gas station is quite expensive, so it could be that they are now hunting for a better deal elsewhere, or perhaps they read their fuel gauge incorrectly. Either way, this individual is currently traveling at a significant speed, although they do have their lights on and are maintaining pretty good lane discipline. It looks as though they're coming. Yeah, they're slowing down. Okay. Okay, so maybe they've arrived at their next customers. No, they are speeding up again. It's difficult to ascertain what exactly this person's intentions are. Are they late for a job? Are they late for, maybe it's a guy who's late for his daughter's dance recital. It is quite busy. There's not a great deal of traffic, so if you are planning on driving around the city in a fairly fast and somewhat erratic fashion, then this person is doing it at a time when the traffic is quite light. They did just blow through a stop sign there, so that's... and it looks as though they've just turned their lights off. I cannot see inside the window, so I don't know if this is a male or a female. Not that that actually matters in this day and age. There is something hanging off the back of the vehicle. It looks like a weed whacker or a strimmer or what. They kept a wide berth. Quite a wide berth on that car. That was some very skilled driving. Let's just see what happens here. Right, over the yellow lines. Still driving somewhat cautiously, though, which is good. Very, very good. As you can see, traffic is not too bad, although they are picking up some significant speed there at 80 miles an hour. I don't know what that is in new money, but it's pretty high. I do think there is a cheaper gas station down here, so we're gonna monitor this to see if they turn into that. And they're coming to a stop. No, they're crossing over. I'll be completely honest. I've thought about doing that myself many times. You know, when you get up to traffic and you get backed up and you just think, I would love to jump over the median. Well, some people like this person just don't allow social conventions to stop them. So I'm not saying I admire this person. What they're doing is clearly irresponsible. It's possible that someone could get hurt, but it is also entirely possible that this individual is late for a job. Perhaps they're a roofer, and as we know, roofers need to get to every job before the sun goes down. Otherwise, they can't see what they're doing. There could be a little old lady who is terrified because there's a hole in her roof, and this man is racing together as fast as he can to patch that hole. We cannot be sure of anything at this point, and we don't want to speculate too much, but of course I will continue to do so. What was that? No, we don't. Yeah, just getting some word from the studio here that we don't know if this individual has a weapon or weapons. It's too, we don't really have enough information right now to determine that. However, it could be on a spectrum. They could have a small blunt pocket knife, ranging all the way up to a small tactical nuclear weapon. So we just don't know at this time what is in this vehicle. Drugs. Well, okay, yeah. Drugs could be that there is a small amount of marijuana in the glove box, but also there could be several large bags of A-grade Mexican cocaine in the back. Again, this is unconfirmed. We don't know. We don't know what is in this vehicle. It could be one individual driving, and that's it. Or it could be, I don't know how many do these trucks hold. But I once saw 17, 18. Yeah, but 17, 18 people can fit in these. However, due to the maneuverability and the significant rates of speed that we've seen, I would, in all my years of experience, I would make an educated guess that there are less than 9 individuals in this car, possibly between 4 and 9 would be my guess. If they are larger individuals who are significantly heavy, it could be between 3 and 6. But again, this is all information that we are is undetermined right now. So continuing to head to their next, and there's another helicopter there. Obviously very slow news cycle at the moment, given that we are watching this tradesperson get to their next job as fast as they possibly can. They likely do have a reputation to uphold, so you have to admire the passion, the fact that they are willing to risk a ticket and possibly even the lives of some innocent people in order to fulfill their small business promises and customer satisfaction. Now, it has gotten quite dark in the last little while, so it could be that they're obviously on the freeway heading. Now, 65 miles an hour on the freeway is not too bad, really. These freeways are designed to, go quite a bit faster than that. It looks as though there are at least 3 police cruisers on the tail of this truck. I also speculate, by looking at those bashed on the side, you see those dents on the side of the truck, those are likely caused by years and years of honest, hard labour on building sites all across the county. Now that's quite common for working vehicles like this. To see that kind of damage doesn't necessarily mean that it was involved in a particular incident. These, various building materials fall, and you get the odd forklift that will reverse into the side of your truck and what have you. It's just part of the risk that you take when you are in this industry. So, weaving in and out of cars there with significant skill, leaving a good 2 to 3 feet on either side, making sure not to get too close. Really quite impressive driving. The lights are back on again, which is good. They're in what looks like the carpool lane, so that tells me that there are multiple individuals in this vehicle. Otherwise, they would get a ticket for that, and I don't know if they're already going to get a couple of tickets for speeding, and at least ran a stop sign. Yeah, I don't know if they'd want to add driving in the carpool lane with only one individual do that, but who knows at this point. Now, as we already covered, we don't know if there are any weapons in this vehicle. It could be that they have shotguns, knives, perhaps some sort of experimental handheld laser weapon. There are a lot of different possibilities here. We haven't seen the discharge of any directed energy weapons so far, so I think we can confidently count that out. 90, 92, 94, yeah, he's getting up there. Giving the other truck a nice wide berth. That's good. Defensive driving in the carpool lane. Here we go, keeping a nice following distance there. That's good. And the person in front is obviously recognizes that this individual has somewhere to go in a rush, and is moving out the way for them. Very, very courteous. It's nice to see that still happening in society from time to time, where people, it's not just all about them. They realize there's someone in their rearview mirror, and they just want to make everybody's lives a little easier, so they just get out the way and allow this person to get to where they need to go. And now there is a police spotlight, one of those very, very bright spotlights. So it could be that he is planning on using the light from that spotlight to illuminate the hole in the roof that little, let's call her Mrs. Smith. So Mrs. Smith is possibly frantically calling this individual to get there as fast as he can, because little Mrs. Smith is panicking that it is going to rain. Now, it certainly is a very dry... Oh, there goes the weed whacker. Hopefully some kind individual will pick that up and post it in the Lost and Found, and he can pick it up later. So little Mrs. Smith, she's probably panicking, although the likelihood of rain is quite low. Avoiding that parked car, that's very good. Slowly over the speed bump, that's again excellent. A little bit of a undertaking there through a stop sign. It's quiet though. I mean, let's be honest. It's not the end of the world. But I wonder if we just don't have enough detail on that plate. I think he's planning on using the police helicopter spotlight to illuminate the roof so he can complete this roofing job after all. I mean, when you think about it, this is remarkable professionalism. I'm assuming it is a roofer. Could be masonry, could be something else, but whatever it is, it's clearly a job that this person is dedicated to and really, really is driven with a great deal of passion and determination to complete. And sometimes we have to break a few of the more minor rules of society. Now, there is a school crossing there, however, given that it's dark, we know the school is not in session, so we can clearly assume that this person has weighed the risk factors there and knows that the likelihood that there are some children is very low, and therefore he was able to go through there relatively quickly. Here we come to what looks like to be a red light, a large junction there. Fullerton Road, Colima Road. Okay, and we're turning left. There's actually really good taco place on Colima Road. I've forgotten the name of it, but it's very, very good. But that is besides the point. Here we go. We'll come to a complete stop now. Oh, no, he is continuing through again. Carefully looked left and right, giving the other drivers a significant safety margin. So that is, I don't want to say totally responsible, but it is clearly a level of responsibility here that we don't often see. And credit where credit is due. 75 miles an hour. That was cutting it a little bit close. I'm going to admit that was close. I think the person in the white car who almost hit the truck should have kept a bit more of a following distance from the vehicle in front, so that our tradie roofer here could have gotten through the intersection with a little bit more breathing room. However, all's well that ends well. It looks as though there's a couple more police cruisers spinning around, coming up behind them now, and we still have that very powerful spotlight there. Oh, there's some congestion. It's significant congestion for this time of night. But he is using his brain and going on to the other side of the road where it's clearly less busy. So I'm sure all those vehicles and the owners of those vehicles will be much appreciative of this, that he did not just smash his way through them. A nice clear run for a cruise along Colima Road here. Looking a bit more relaxed. The police are keeping a reasonable distance. Perhaps they are just also enjoying a nice cruise around the city. Now we are wondering, how is this going to end? If he makes it to Mrs. Smith's house and fixes the roof, are the police going to allow him to fix the roof, bail Mrs. Smith, maybe have a cup of coffee, and then issue him a ticket. We just don't know at this point how heavy-handed or soft-handed these officers will be. Gently squeezing through a few more cars there, again giving them a wide berth, as we all should. A very colourful, oh, there's a little bit of a bump there. I get the feeling that one of the other drivers may have provoked him into bumping into them. Now, I don't know that for sure. I was unable to see too clearly, but based upon his incredibly defensive driving thus far, I would presume that that was the case. Again, those wonderful police lights colouring, lighting up the neighbourhood there. Very attractive, very nice lights. Makes the whole neighbourhood look far more interesting. And instead of just the same old dull grey and green colours, we've got lovely blues and reds and what have you. It really is nice. It adds a bit more of a festive look to the entire environment. Slightly difficult to see everything that's going on now with these large trees that are in the way. It's possible that I think if these types of pursuits continue, I think it would be a smart idea to get those trees cut down so that our SkyMap 7 high definition 4K cameras can capture uninterrupted all of this footage for you. However, we cannot do anything about that right now. I am off next week, and I did just get a new chainsaw. I may go down and start to take care of that. Again, he is determined to get to Mrs. Smith's house. She is going to be so happy that that she will not have to worry about the roof leaking. This person is determined to get there, regardless of any laws, regardless of any social conventions that may have been broken. It really is a remarkable story of perseverance, passion, drive, ambition, and with a clearly has a fire in their belly to protect their hard-earned reputation. I mean, you just don't see this every day, do we? Oh, maybe we've arrived at, he's very carefully backing up. Very carefully. Police trying to stop him there. I don't even think he touched that police cruiser. That was excellent driving there. Possibly a slight scrape, but the police are no stranger to having the paint bashed on their vehicles, as I'm sure this person isn't either. So I don't think the insurance companies will have anything to worry about there. Possibly in his frantic desire to get to Mrs. Smith's house, it is entirely possible that he has taken a wrong turn and is therefore, you can see the police are giving the vehicle, again, a lot of space to maneuver. We have I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's probably about 8 police cruisers there now. 9, 10, 11. 11 police cruisers. Yeah. Maybe we are actually looking at this all wrong. Maybe they are escorting him. They've not tried to ram him off the road. They're just trying to escort him to his destination. Again, I don't know that for sure, though. We don't know what kind of weapons, if any, drugs, if any. I can presume the intention of the police is to have a few strong words with this individual, perhaps offer a couple of tickets and a citation, and then send them on their way with a warning. Although there are always police officers out there who, for whatever reason, may choose to use stronger tactics, depending on their own personal motivations and what have you. So we're gonna just continue to watch. Oh, and now he's lit some fireworks. He's obviously lit a couple of fireworks on the left side of the vehicle. Perhaps again, as we said, the lights from the police car do add a significant amount of festivity, and he has clearly decided to join in on that. Really is lovely to see that, and the fact that he can or they can light off these fireworks whilst driving shows that there's clearly a significant amount of skills being able to multitask. I'm not sure what kind of firework is that? Is that like a Roman candle or something? Yeah, I don't know. Is that a Roman candle? It seems to be coming from the front wheel, possibly a Catherine wheel. Is that what they're called? A Catherine wheel? I don't know. I forgot. I haven't really seen them in a long time. So we're now coming round this corner here. Bit of smoke coming out. Oh, that's normal for fireworks. So we are weaving in and out. A few very responsible motorists have decided to pull over to allow this individual to get past them without hindrance. Okay. It's difficult to know what's going on at this point, because has he decided to abandon Mrs. Smith, or perhaps wait until he deals with the police and then catch up with Mrs. Smith later, hoping that it won't rain this evening? I do understand the stress that Mrs. Smith potentially is under. I did once have a roofing replacement happen at my own house, and they did not come back until the following day, and I did worry about the rain. So I get that there may be a significant amount of stress and obviously determination to solve that. So I have never actually seen a firework like that before. It looks as though it's coming from the wheel, perhaps some sort of contraption that has been installed on the vehicle, perhaps as a warning to other motorists, please make way, I'm coming through, and the sparks and the beautiful orange festive sparks, well, you can't miss them, can you? So again, the fact that they are illuminating themselves in the rearview mirror for those ahead of them just shows that there is a decent amount of responsible choices having been made here. Now, I think if I understand where this is, I think there is a gas station, one of the cheaper ones that offers, I believe it's between 4 and 6 cents off per gallon. Maybe even 10 cents off per gallon. That could be where he's going. Again, it's unconfirmed. I don't know for sure. We will just have to see. Excellent passing. Really, really good. Passing between the vehicles, leaving very generous amounts of room on either. Oh dear. Unfortunately, we have had a collision. It looks as though the vehicle in front was not aware, they were not paying attention to their rearview mirror and did not see, and it's happened again. They did not see the truck coming. Ah dear. And now the truck is damaged and the police car has rammed. There's the gas station. It looks as though he really. Let's just see if the police are going to allow him to fill up. No. Okay. Well, that was very interesting to watch, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe out there.